So I'm starting to realize that SaaS or software in general is not the actual play in today's landscape. The actual play is helping companies who don't understand where AI can fit into their organization, give them the exact things that they can do to optimize and improve efficiency in their organization. And so I've gone down this rabbit hole and I've kind of been preparing for this by building the applications that I've started to build already. So Grapevine, Studious, Goose GTM, Milli Milli, and then now Orcas, which is kind of like a play on word for orchestrate, because that's what we're doing here. So we'll work on the terminology and the language, but your business needs AI. That's just where the market is going. And if you aren't on board with that, you'll have to be. And I hate saying it like that, but it's true. And I was one of those like AI can't do everything. And I still don't think it can do everything. But if you do it correctly, you can learn how to build AI into your company to meet your specific needs. And that's what Orcas does. It starts for you here. So your business needs AI. We'll help you figure out where to start. So we do AI audits. We do consulting-led AI audits or self-serve. This video, I'm going to focus on the self-serve aspect of it. What you'll uncover in the audit is your executive readiness, department opportunities, process discoveries, technology and data review, AI opportunity mapping, and then estimated impact by implementing AI. And so we can just kind of show you what this looks like, but we do the AI audit, again, self-serve or consulting-led. From the AI audit, we have the mechanism to automatically generate the implementation and build plan. So this will take the AI audit and turn it directly into an implementation plan specifically for your company. And I'll show you how we get to the AI audit and then how we get to the implementation plan here in a second. But then you take that plan and you actually turn it into a project board that you can track with your team and whoever needs to be involved through that AI readiness and implementation plan. And then what you simply do is just start to execute on that, right? So you'll have due dates, you'll have people assigned who own that specific thing that came into the implementation plan. And then you'll measure the impact and then continuously improve over time, because you can continuously take those AI readiness audits if you use our platform. And so all this can be self-serve, or you can hire us as an AI consultant to come in and walk you through every single thing from the audit to the implementation plan to actually building and creating the things that you need to bring AI into your system. So that could be automations, that could be agents, that could be workflows, that could be entire applications that we build alongside you and your team specifically for your company. Okay, so enough of this right here. Let's go to the pricing. So typically, if you work with a consultant on an AI audit, it can range anywhere from $2.5K all the way up to, I've seen, $100K. And so what we do is we start at this one-time $7,500K or $7,500 one-time payment for the consultant-led, versus we have the self-serve, which is $995. So this is going to be self-guided, but it's going to be a really good starting place, especially if you don't have the budget to bring in a full-on consultant. Now, the consultant side of it is you're bringing in us to conduct in-depth interviews and analyze your entire business from workflows, from tools to department opportunities, and so on and so forth, right? And then we'll actually also build the custom implementation plan fully directed and personalized for your organization. It's a little bit different than the generated one because we can get a little bit more details from you and the team, and we can make it just a little bit better or a lot better. And then from there, you can use the Orcas platform, which has the project and task management, the impact tracking and reporting. Because one of the biggest things that we see from working with customers is that it's not whether or not they're using AI. It's whether or not how they're using AI is actually returning an impact on the company. So is it actually providing value and a return through monetary value? Right? So it could be the reduction in the number of subscriptions. It could be the reduction in number of time or hours that your employees are taking on certain tasks. It could be we've automated these 5 manual tasks, or we've brought in this custom agent to help with customer support, right? So It's those types of things that we provide value in the platform itself, and I'll show you this. Um, Meetings and collaboration, don't think of this as like a Granola or a Zoom or a Fathom or whatever. It's more of, okay, you are collecting transcripts and information from the conversations that you've had with your team about AI, about processes, so on and so forth. And I'll show you where that comes into play. And then the executive dashboard is just to kind of see where everything's staying along the way. So, and then we have the custom. So this is where you're going to hire us and come in and kind of do the whole thing. And you'll get access to the platform. You won't have to pay for it, but it'll be right here. Okay, so if we see how this works, we start with the intake questionnaire. We go to the AI audit. Then we do the implementation and build plan. And like I said, we track and measure the ROI. So I got to fix this right here. I still don't think it looks good, but this is what you'll receive as an output. So you get the AI audit completely in your hands, the AI implementation plan, and then the actual platform to track and measure that. These are just some of the examples that we have for what you'll actually receive. So let's go ahead and log in here, and then I'll walk you through what this actually looks like. Okay, so this is your dashboard. I'm not gonna go through everything, but this is where the AI audit lives. This is what the project management aspect of it looks like. So you can kind of see everything. You have your tasks, your milestones, your impact, and then details that are related to your specific readiness. Then this is the impact, the ROI calculator, right? So you can kind of look at that. You can go through these, and then we have the drive for everything to files, audits, plans, contracts. If you're using this as a consulting firm, you can use our platform to deliver AI audits, implementation plan, and consulting. So you bring in your clients, you have this, you have your contracts that you can actually send and create. So this isn't just like a small thing. You can actually have these, send these, they can click the sign, they can actually pay. So if we go over here, I can't remember where, yeah, the line item. So you can either use Stripe or you can use the base 44 payments. And then we just have the settings that will bring in your details as well. So if we go back to the specific parts here, this is what we're looking at. So the AI readiness audit, this is where you're going to start, whether you're a company using this for the self-serve approach or an AI consulting firm using our platform to help build this out. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the quick intake and then fill out the information for your company, right? So this is just going to be the information that kind of gives you the high level overview. And then once you have this in here, you can either create the link right here, and I already have it pulled up over here, so I'll show you that to you, or you can send this to the specific stakeholders that are going to be involved in the interviews. And I would say go ahead and get as many people as possible to fill this out, because the more data that you have, the more accuracy that you're going to have in the department breakdowns or the processes that you have. And then that can turn into the actual findings and the recommendations that we offer in our platform, plus the roadmap of how this should work, right? And then after that, you get the full on readiness and then the report and the build. So before we go to the report and the build, let's look at what you would be sending to your stakeholders, your employees, your leaders, the people who are going to provide the information to help create the audit. So we have 38 questions. It does take a little bit of time. And so what we've done is you can upload documents or files, you can add transcripts in here, or you can speak right here. So if I go here and then I start speaking, what it's going to do is so briefly describe your organization. So Orcas is an AI transformation platform that helps organizations run self-serve AI audits and build implementation plans, or they can be led through consultants approaches for AI audits and implementation plans and actual builds of applications. So you would stop there, it would transcribe and format that. So it's going to come in here looking clean, hopefully. And then if I wanted to, I can also upload that. So yeah, we see this here. So we got that. And then we just start going to the next one. And then you can either speak it or you can go here, go to the next one, go to the next one, so on and so forth. So once you get done with the entire survey, then it will go over here to the report. And then you can generate the report, which is going to generate from the intake information. So what that looks like is what you see here. So if I do this preview, we can see that we have the nice design for the AI audit, but we have the themes that are called out. We have the executive summary, the biggest challenges. So it's breaking down all of this for you. And then it's giving you your AI readiness score, the places where it might be best to start. So right here. So like technology is at a 50. That might be the best place to start. Then we have leadership. Then we have processes, right? So it gives you this specific analysis or audit of the places that could be most critical, high importance. And then you're just going to go through this and work with your team on how to think about what should we do to move forward on our AI adoption, right? So we got the key findings here: critical, high, medium. So it's already prioritizing for you. The opportunity register. So we have this ranked AI automation opportunities. So this one, these two look like they're pretty high that we could focus on. Or we could start with something that would be a quick win, because I actually don't think that it would take this long for a quoting engine. But whenever you see these opportunities and you're not sure how to actually implement them, that's when you can reach out to us and we can come in and build these things for you. So then we got the recommended solutions. We got the quick wins. So proactive tracking, chatbot, the AI freight quoting automation, AI invoice processing, OCR, strategic initiatives. So it's already breaking down everything for you. And then even an implementation roadmap, right? And then we get the implementation plan here. Now that's the short implementation plan. Once you go through this, you'll be able to see that you can turn this into a build plan. And so the build plan is going to be what we see here. So we have, let me just stay on this page. So now we have the table of contents, executive summary again, key metrics, success metrics, transformation strategy. So it's breaking down the business challenges, the opportunities, the transformation vision, the transformation framework. We have the technical architecture that's going to be important, the integration architecture, the data strategy, the adoption strategy, prioritizing the implementation roadmap again here. And then the AI power. So now it's actually giving you like the specifics of what this looks like. So we have the overview. So I would say the current state right here, the future state, the business case for it, the technical requirements, and then the data requirements. So it's literally breaking down what you need to do to implement these things. And again, if this seems overwhelming or too much, or you're not aware of how to do this, that's when we can come in and help you out. All right. We have the onboarding plan, the training plan, the KPIs, the budget, the government. I mean, it's literally going through every single thing. Now, this one I already created, but you can see deployed to project tracker. So what I would do is I would click this and it would turn this implementation plan into the actual Kanban board of the project. And so you can see here, we already have the details in here. And then you can come in here and you can create the task. You can assign it to people. You can give it like in progress. The due date should already be in there, so on and so forth. And so as we're going through this, we're continuing to move it down and completed or blocked or anything like that. So we have the board, we have the individual task. So if it's assigned to you, it would show up here and you could see that. We have the milestone. So if you would add a milestone in here, that's how you're tracking the progress and the success of the project and the AI implementation. Then we actually have the specific impact for this specific project, right? So we have that, and then the details here too, just if we needed extra details. And so we have the drive that is going to go in here, so you can keep track of every single thing. So each audit that you run, each plan that you create, each contract, again, if you're the AI consultant, can come in here, each meeting that you're going to have. So you can see the meeting. So if I open a meeting, it's just going to go in here and it's just going to have the specific agenda items, any notes that you took. You can even copy and paste the transcript in here, and then the actions that should follow with any of these, right? So that's what our system looks like. And now just a quick run through. If you are using this as an AI consultant or an AI consulting firm, this is where you would add your clients here, and then you would be able to actually create from templates an invoice, a contract, a proposal, quote, SOW, NDA, retainer, right? And since we integrate with Stripe and integrate with Base 44 or Wix payments, you can send this, and then the customer will get this. They can sign here, and then actually pay all in this one system. So I haven't seen any other platforms that allow the automated self-serve AI audit or the ability to manage specifically for AI consultants and consulting firms to do this. So I wanted to get this out here. It's brand new. If you want to get early access, I haven't even purchased the domain yet. So if you want to get early access, you can go to orcas.base44.app and you can start your AI audit, or you can try to log in, or you can reach out to us to learn more. But if you have any questions, if you're interested in becoming one of the first users of Orcas, reach out to me. Um, and you can just reach out to me through talk to an advisor. That will take you to my personal calendar. So feel free to reach out and schedule a time there. But I think that this is super important, especially for where software development and AI is going. And the YouTube videos that I see about AI consulting, it's all about, we did this AI audit for 50K, where we're offering it to you for self-serve at 995 plus a 299. You can do the audit without needing the platform, but we're offering that self-serve audit for 995 and then the Orcas platform for 299. So even those two combined are going to be less than what you would use for a consultant. But if you are a consultant and you want to be able to use our platform to better manage the teams that you're auditing and building implementation plans for, we have our consulting pricing here as well. So thanks for watching this video. I think it's super important for where we're going. And I think that this is the future. If you hear Mark Cuban talk about this, shout out to my advisor, Alex Couture, for introducing me to this idea. And hopefully we'll be able to partner together on this moving forward. But again, this is new. I would love to get you in here if you're an AI consultant or a consulting firm, set you up on the platform. And if you're a company looking to just figure out your AI readiness, reach out to me or get started with the AI audit. And if you have any issues, just connect with me. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next Company in Progress video.